What's up guys, it's TheCasualAussie back again for another Digimon TCG deck profile. Today I have an Anubismon deck profile for you guys, and this deck is definitely more experimental like a couple of the other decks I have, especially like Faraduramon. But yeah, I figured I'd bring this deck to you guys because, well, I'm liking how it's playing so far. I've got a few ideas on what I want to do to improve the deck in the future, but at this stage, this build is pretty solid in my opinion, so I figured I'd go ahead and profile this for you guys. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. Starting off with the Digi-Eggs, I play sort of an interesting lineup, and I'll get to that in a second. I play 3 Demi-Meramon, and 1 copy of the Pagumon from set 1, and then finally 1 copy of Yarmon. So with Demi-Meramon on deletion, draw 1 and then trash 1 card in your hand. Pagumon is when attacking, trash the top card of your deck, and then Yarmon, during your turn while you have 5 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gains plus 1000 DP. Originally the ratio was supposed to be 4 Demi-Mera, 1 Yarmon, but I don't have another Yarmon. No, I don't have another Demi-Meramon, so using Pagumon as a fill-in because it is still getting that trashing effect each time it attacks, so it's not the best. I mean, I'd rather have something on deletion than something that doesn't make me trash every time I try to swing with it. But it's fine. This is working out for me really nicely. If you want to play this deck yourself, probably play a second Yarmon over the Pagumon, but that's just a personal tech to keep Pagumon in for me. Because it does have its upside, like getting cards into the trash a lot quicker. But anyway, moving on to the rookies, I play 4 copies of the Garbymon from the Venomous Violet starter deck. 4 copies of Tapiamon from Booster Set 1. Then we play 3 copies, of Labramon. 2 copies of Demi-Meramon, and then finally just the 1 copy of Lucemon. So a bit of an interesting lineup here. So with Garbymon, when attacking, trigger, draw 1 card, then trash 1 card in your hand. Basically Pagumon, but better, if I'm being honest. You get to draw a card and then decide what you don't want at the time, and then trash it, which is really nice. And then we have Tapiamon on deletion, draw 1 card, just on deletion. It's not inheritable, which is okay in this build, honestly. And then we have Labramon, trigger on play, draw a card, then trash 1 card in your hand. I'm on the fence about Labramon because it is a hard play to actually do this, so it's kind of like the rare Garbymon from Booster Set 1 for blue. But it's fine. That's the only reason I play 3. I don't like it as much as I do Devimon, which is just the 2-drop to hard play. So yeah, 3 and 2 ratio there. Probably play 4 of Devi and then 2 of Lucemon if I had a second Lucemon. But since I only have Lucemon, this is what we're going to be rocking out with. Speaking of Lucemon, while you have 10 or more cards in your trash, when playing this card from your hand, reduce the play cost by 8. So it goes from 13 to hard play down to 5 to hard play. It's still a 10k body, which is honestly insane for a level 3 rookie. Lucemon is freaking amazing. I'm actually glad to actually have a copy of Lucemon because it actually does synergize really well with this deck. And then during all turns, this Digimon can only Digivolve into Digimon with Lucemon in its name. And on play, it recovers an extra security. And you can play this card from your trash quite easily with the Anubismon. So just being able to get that free recovery, that free longevity to continue your plays and outlive your opponent is quite nice. Would definitely play 2 if I had a second one, because just getting it out is crazily easy, and you do want to mill it, actually, which is surprising in a deck like it's something you actually know for purple. That is not surprising. You wanting to mill your cards. I mean, moving on to the champions, I play 4 copies of Devimon. 4 copies of Meramon. And then finally 4 copies of the Devimon from the starter deck, which is the blocker. But we'll get to that in a second. So with with Devimon, I almost said Devi again. It has retaliation, and then it has inheritable skill, which gives it retaliation. So, with retaliation, basically it dies. The thing that killed this guy dies as well. So, you can easily give this to one of your big higher Digimon like Millenniumon, Metal Garurumon, Anubismon, and your opponent has to seriously consider whether it's worth trying to get rid of it at that point, because if they take it out, they're losing something of theirs, so it's quite risky to them. Meramon, it's the Dark Tyrannomon of the deck. It's 1000 DP less than Dark Tyrannomon, but that's fine. It is one cost evolution. You do want to get up to your Megas ASAP in this build, so it's fine having one cost. A bit unfortunate that it's a 5k rather than 6k, but that's fine. And with the blocker Devimon, it loses 2 memory when attacking, but that's fine. It's just a 5k blocker. You could honestly run Vilemon. I just run Devimon for the memory efficiency in this deck, because getting up to Anubismon, like I said, is the main priority. You do want to rush with Anubismon, get it out ASAP, because Anubismon can do a lot of nasty things to your opponent. Anyway, moving on to the Ultimates. I play 3 copies of Chimeramon, 3 copies of Skullmeramon, 2 copies of the rare Garurumon from the Venomous Violet Star deck, and then finally 1 copy of the regular Garurumon from Booster Set 1. So let's talk about these guys for a second. Chimeramon is just here for the removal, because it is on play, delete one of your other Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. It is free removal on Ultimates and below, which is quite nice, and you are getting an extra card into your trash as well, so ain't the worst thing in the world. I only want to play 3 of it because because otherwise 4 is a bit cloggy, and you don't want to go into this all the time, is what I find. Skullmeramon is also at 3 because it is a 2 cost to evolve into, but it is only 6000 DP. So it's not exactly stellar in terms of stats, but that's fine. As I said, it's here to... as I said with Meramon, Skullmeramon is here to just turbo up into your level 6s a lot quicker. And then with Garurumon, while there are 5 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. Nice inheritable skill for the for purple, because purple honestly lacks in the DP. I think the highest DP I play in the deck is well, for Megas is 11,000, which most Mega Digimon are like 12k or more these days, so having that extra power boost to actually help beat over those powerful Digimon does come up, and it is a much welcome addition to the deck, especially on the power side. And then we have Garurumon from the Booster set. So with this one, when attacking once per turn, you may delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. This is only in here for the aggression play. This is one of the main cards I'm testing in this deck. I wanted to have this because it is actually quite a nice card. It even lets you delete your suspended Digimon. So, attack with something, then attack with whatever Garurumon's under, delete the first thing that attacked, unsuspend, and then go for another attack. It's an easy way to rid some security from your opponent, and that is why I like it. Would not play anything more, honestly. I'm quite happy with just the 1 copy of it for now, because that memory investment can be a bit much at times, which is... yeah, that memory investment can be a bit much, but when it comes up, and it is insane what it can do. Anyway, moving on to the Megas, I play 4 copies of Anubismon, the main card of the deck, and then 3 copies of the Metal Garurumon. So with Anubismon, when digivolving, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying memory cost. That's right, 1 level 3. It doesn't specify purple, so you can play Lucemon, which is great. You want Lucemon in the trash, because playing it off of Anubismon is insane. And what's even more insane is that when you play a Digimon from your trash, that Digimon gains a rush for the turn. So yeah, imagine just dropping a 10k Digimon with a rush from your trash. that can attack, and it can, because of rush, it can attack this turn. Not looking good for your opponent. You can use Anubismon to actually rush your opponent pretty dangerously. It's a pretty dangerous combination, just rushing your opponent. Like, seriously, we've got tons of recovery options in this deck via stuff like, what is it? Grizzly Wing, Night Raid. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then being able to, like, seriously, being able to get these guys out and just swing at your opponent is amazing. And to hell with that, we have Metal Garurumon. When attacking, you may play one purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying memory cost. Any on-play effects do not activate, which is fine because get these two out. That's you attack with Metal Garurumon. That's fine. Just play something from your trash. I attack with that because it has rush. It's fine. It's just an extra way to deal damage, which it's quite nice. And then with stuff like the Garurumon from Preset 1, you can unsuspend it and do it again because the Metal Garurumon's summoning effect is not a once per turn. So you can do a lot of shenanigans with Anubismon. Getting these two out together wins games. It is quite the dangerous combination, if I don't say so myself. Anyway, final Digimon we actually play is one copy of Millenniumon. Still only own one copy of this card. Would play a second if at all possible. When Digivolve, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of their deck and then trash all Digivolution cards under it. And then on deletion, if this card has Digivolution cards, you may play it from your trash without paying memory cost. It is fine. It is great, and that's why I love him. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. And turns out he has synergy with Anubismon as well, so yeah, there's plenty you could do with Millenniumon. He is just such a great addition, and he is 13, so he does beat over a lot of other Megas, which, as I said, Purple sorely lacks in the power department, so it's fine. Having that extra option is always great. Anyway, moving on to the options, I play 2 copies of Night Raid, or Grizzly Wing, whichever you prefer to call it, and then I play 2 copies of Trump Sword. So with Night Raid or Grizzly Wing, play one level 3 purple Digimon from your trash without paying memory cost. On-play effects don't activate. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. You have you have a couple of ways to recycle it. 2 is perfect, in all honesty, and if you flip it over in security, you get that effect for free. Just as I said, being able to summon back Digimon is great. Like, you want to turbo out as many Digimon from as possible. I was originally playing 3 of this instead of one of the tamers. We'll get into it in a second. But I figured 2 is enough. You see it enough, and then with stuff like Matt Ishida, you can actually recycle it, which is fine. And then with Trump Sword, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Just it gets rid of their, like, if they're trying to go for an OTK, Trump Sword can't put an end to that easily just by deleting one of their left unsuspended Digimon, especially if they're about to attack with something. That's great. That's really all it's here for. Just that bit of removal can save games. I honestly wasn't sure whether I wanted Nailbone, Trump Sword, or Darkness Claw, or what's the one that gives you Jack Raid. That's the other one. I was not sure if I wanted to play which one I wanted to play more. All can work in theory, so play whichever you want to work and experiment with, is all I'm going to say on that one. Anyway, moving on to the Tamers, the final cards in the deck, 2 of the rare Matashita from set 1, and then finally 1 copy of the Matashita from the starter deck. So this Matashita over here is a memory tamer, so if you have 2 or less memory at the start of your turn, set your memory to 3. And then on play, return 1 purple Digimon card or purple option card from your trash hand. So it's just a way to recycle resources, which is quite nice. Be able to get that extra rookie, or, as I said, the option cards like Night Raid. That's really what he's here for. Honestly, almost play 3 of him just because of that recycling power. But I do want to experiment with this Matashita because when one of your Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this tamer to gain a memory. This deck burns through memory like crazy, so being able to have an extra way to get memory is quite nice. It was either this Matashita, Jack Raid, or a third of this Ashita. it's always hard. Like, space in Digimon is actually pretty tight at times, so it all depends what you feel like can work for your deck the most. As I said, this is mostly this deck is a bit. I'm testing a few things in this deck, and this battle sheet is one of them. But yeah, I think I do like the Memory Tamer a bit more because, as I said, memory is an issue, but that's fine. That is completely fine. I know now. For a bit of testing and thinking about whilst actually making this video has helped me decide a couple of changes to make to the deck. But anyway, I think that is going to go up ahead and wrap up the deck profile here. I hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button down below. Don't forget to let me know what decks you want to see on this channel in the future. And yeah, I'll try my best to make that happen. Follow me on Twitter for more updates and uploads. Link in the description. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here for now. So until next time, stay frosty.